What's up, guys? This is my video on the 5 things I would bring to a zombie apocalypse. I had one on my last channel. I got some other new stuff that I didn't have at the time, so redoing the video, putting it up on this channel. Um, I think it gives insight to where your mind's at on survival and the way you think about maybe being able to survival out in if something happens or shit hits the fan or WROL, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, um, first thing I would take is my AR-15 M4 carbine. It's got the tactical light on it, which you would see a flashlight in this setup, but that takes the point of needing a flashlight because I'm gonna have that on me at all times. The gun. It's easy to operate. You got extra batteries, even in the vertical grip's got extra batteries. Um, I'll get on that later about the extra battery thing. Optics are okay, but only if you're going to have like an aim point or something. That only lasts for years, and something like that. Better at least have backups. And flashlights, you're going to need tools, which I'll get into that later on too, in case you want to just detach it if your gun goes out completely or something like that. But you could always take it off by just taking off the delta ring and everything like that, foregrip. But anyway, you don't really need a whole lot, but you're gonna need, at least a gun. Um, I have the Taurus PT92. It's the Beretta 92 clone. It's a 9mm version. That gun's 100% reliable. But the reason why I would say 1911-45 is my favorite gun, but capacity, because everybody knows it takes headshots to kill zombies. So capacity is where it counts, because you might miss or need an extra shot for the head. So that carries 18 rounds, 17 plus 1, and 9mm is going to be easy to find out there. Plus, for your stockpile, you should have plenty of ammo stocked up. So, and if the zombie apocalypse comes, that means there's going to be a lot of stuff laying around, at least in the beginning. Military, that means the military's pretty much failed, especially in most places. It's got out of control. So if you stumble upon a military outpost, you'll be able to load a bunch of 9mm and 223 ammo. Another reason why I would pick the AR-15 over the AK-47 for this scenario, not that the AK-47 is going to be bad, is that the sights. It's got peep sights. Peep sights are well known to be more accurate. You get a wider field of view. It's easier to pick up, easier for headshots. Well, I can shoot AK-47 good, really good. The sights don't bother me, but they're not as quick as a peep sight. Now you can get the custom jobs, the custom and all that, and it doesn't, that kind of goes in your system like it is. But the AK-47 would be my second choice. Now, another choice that you could go with, and would be a Mossberg 500 or a shotgun, or 870, something like that. I have a 500 as of now, and that would be an excellent choice. But you're limited by round count, and that's going to come into play because you're not going to get lucky and just see a zombie every once in a while, or if you shoot them, more might come. So that's where the shotgun is going to go down. But with number 4 or buckshot or triple odd or what have you, because you want to just do a lot of damage. I doubt they're going to be wearing helmets unless they're an army zombie. But you're going to need some sort of, also that Ontario SB-10 Marine Raider. You're going to need some kind of knife for combat. Maybe you run out of ammo, a zombie's rushing you, you got to stab one in the face, in the head to kill it. You're going to need a knife that can easily penetrate the head. That means it's going to be a solid enough grip to where the knife's not going to break on you underneath heavy use. You might even be, but really, I think that you need a knife that can take off half a skull with one swing, because you don't want to swing and then it bites you in the hand. So you want at least a one hit kill. So that way I would say either a big Bowie knife like the SB10 Marine Raider is a heavy hacker. That's for Bowie knives. What I would say be the best bet. A good kukri or a machete. You know, a machete or a solid machete, a high quality one, or an axe, some kind of hatchet, combat axe, however you want to say it would be good. But another reason for the knife, you can use that for multiple tasks, skinning, gutting, whatever you want. Hacking down trees, it's a heavy blade, but without that I would probably fall back on the K-bar because right now I don't have the hatchet and stuff like that and good kukri. But something else, you only see 3 items right there. I count my last one. This would really be, without the knife and all that other stuff, this would really be my number 2. And since I didn't need a flashlight, which was my previous setup, this right here takes, I'll be fair to some other videos, and this right here takes up a couple spots at least. That's my bug out backpack. The reason why it's a backpack and not a pack is because you might be walking for a long time and backpack holds more and it's a lot more comfortable. It's cushioned. You can maneuver pretty good on it. You don't have to have stuff all up underneath your arms and on your chest as much. But that, for the main reason, is going to be filled up with ammo. Lots of ammo, because everything's useless without ammo. If I only had 2 things to bring, would be that is a pack of ammo and the gun, my AR-15 to start off with. But it's also going to have first aid, a decent little tool set, you know, with all your standard tool things. Food, not a year supply of food, but you know, quite a few big canned goods, stuff like that, stuff you can eat and sustain yourself for at least a week or 2, you know, whatever you can fit in there and still have the needs of everything. You're going to have to ration a little bit of everything. Batteries is a must, because you never know, you're going to need flashlights. Definitely a sure fire starter. I mean, I'll have at least a lighter or 2 in there, but when those run out of fuel, you're going to need a sure fire starter where it's a flint, you know, something that's going to last you for years. And if it only lasts you for years, a couple of them. Something that's going to be, even in the wet, last you maybe some antibiotics and everything like that in your first aid kit. I'm not talking about some band-aids and some gauze. I'm talking about stitches. You're going to need to probably give yourself stitches sometimes. You're going to be walking around the woods, you fall, hit yourself on a branch, you don't want to die from a small infection, you want to close it up. And so you're going to have to, at least everybody should know, if you plan on doing anything in the wilderness, how to give yourself a easy pair of stitches, you know, or something. It's not hard to do, but you know, stuff like that. Maybe a survival book, food you can eat, mushrooms, you know, stuff like that would come in handy. Duct tape, making a shelter, everything like that comes in handy. And I got pretty much all my stuff like that ready to go. It wouldn't take, I could run out the door and grab it in less than 3 or 4 minutes, just from in my gun safe to my food pantry. You gotta have a plan. I mean, and the pack counts for shit hits the fan. That's why I have a plan. I don't really expect zombies to run through the door, but works for the same principle. Alright guys, just my little 5 things. Oh yeah, also another thing that you can do that if I had would definitely be in my system would be a crossbow. Take it hunting and killing zombies silently without alerting others. And then there's also maybe a 22 with a silencer. I wouldn't say 9mm because, well, my bad, it's not a silencer, it's really a suppressor. Just a habit, hard to break. But anyway, the 22, because it's the closest thing to being an actual silencer. Because you hear you hear pretty much mostly the action, especially if you use subsonic bullets. Maybe you could use that and quieter, take out a zombie or game. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks.